Hey, this is Louis D. Fresh bringing it to you on a Wednesday. Today, what we're going to be talking about in our second installment of the SAT test, we're going to be talking about preparing for the SAT easy as 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, I took my notes, practice for the SAT easy as 1, 2, 3, and 4 ways to prepare for the SAT. First way you can prepare for the SAT is actually by not preparing at all. That'd be the very first way. And by doing that, we're going to review what the SAT is again. So if you're going to go in cold turkey, as it were, and not prepare at all for your SAT, you can just at least be cognizant and aware of what the SAT contains. And so let's take a look at what the SAT is. Again, this is a review from last week, again, from the Princeton Review. We are taking a look, as I take a look at my notes, what you need to know, being that you're not going to prepare. This is preparation way number 1, is not taking any preparation. Be aware that there is a math section, that there are 58, I'm looking at my notes and not at the screen, 58 multiple choice questions. About half of them you can use your calculator, half of them you cannot use your calculator, and it adds up to about 80 minutes. And then I move up to the reading. Reading and writing, it's actually one score, but there are 2 separate segments, but it's still one score, which is 800. And the reading component, you will see it has 50, you're looking at my notes, 52 multiple choice, and it's about an hour long. And the reading and the writing language, which is about 44 multiple choice, and is about a half hour long. Again, SAT preparation choice number 1, not preparing, at least knowing what is on the test and how many questions there are and how long you have for the test is good. And you also do have, that's what is required of the SAT, but you also have the optional essay, which is about 50 minutes long and is one essay. And what I would do is I would look at your colleges and see if they are required. Because if it is not required, I wouldn't take it, because the essay takes place at the end of the test. 2 more little items in this not preparing for the SAT thing that you need to know. And again, this is just a sort of a little quick review from last time. Make sure that you then go to this collegeboard.org. College Board, and notice the spelling, B-O-A-R-D, and notice that it's .org, not .com. That is the organization that makes up the SAT. So if you need to write it down, I'll give you a second. collegeboard.org, all one word, and /SAT. And then once you've done that, I would go to find a test center. Remember, we are not preparing. This is method number 1 of preparing by not preparing. Find a test center. And when you click on that, that is the next SAT date. Just for demonstration purposes, I'm doing this on July 7th, 2021. The next test day is August 28th, 2021. That comes up automatically, the United States. But if you're watching this abroad, as I know many of my subscribers are abroad and may want to come to the States to study, there is a drop-down menu here. And then if you live in the United States, your state, again, a drop-down menu. And I think it would be a good idea to definitely put it in a city, even if you live in a rural area. Whatever the closest city is to you, that's what I would put. So this way, at least it has a way of finding a school that may give you the where the test will be taken, and then you will submit. And the interest of my hand not shaking, as you saw earlier, was shaking pretty badly there. You have 18 results that are in the Miami area, and these are the first 4 that show up. And you notice that there will be codes and addresses, so you can use your GPSs and try to find which is a school that might be closest to you, and that would be your testing center. Again, we are not doing any formal preparation. We're just finding out what the test is, what we need to know about it, where to take it, and how to register. Again, I like to do things online. You could also do it by mail, but in case you don't have a computer, as many kids don't, simply go to your local public library and then you could register there by using their computers. In my opinion, the best way to register. And again, what we did last time, reminding you to sign in to your free College Board account. Once you've created that account, follow the instructions, knowing what you know, which is where your local test site will be, knowing that there is a math component, reading component, language/writing component, and an essay component. You are ready now to take the SAT without actually preparing. Number 2 way of preparing for the SAT, which is the one I suggest, is to prepare using your phone. Embarrassingly, I know I use my phone an awful lot, like this, for example, to shoot my video, to edit my video, my little stickers and the music that you hear in the background. That music, that one. I get that all from something called InShot. It's an app, it's free, and that's where I get that stuff from. And I also use Pandora a lot for my music. So sadly, I took off my thing so I don't, interfere with the picture here. Sadly, I do use my phone, especially with music, like I said, with Pandora. Usually 4 to 5 hours a day, as I saw. I get this report saying how much I use it, so I use it a lot. So since we use our phone a lot, let's use our phone for preparing for the SAT. I can only speak to you from what I know, which is my iPhone. This is my wife's iPhone, and she was gracious enough to let me look at her app store. And I typed in the word SAT, and I want you to notice this is the one I'm going to pick. But I'm going to show you in a second. If I roll my fingers, you'll see there's lots of different SAT preparations. There are ACT, which we'll talk about once we talk about ACT, but we're not there yet. SAT. There's plenty of SAT practices. But the reason I'm picking this one is because there are lots of reviews, and I'm big on reviews. Make sure that you review to see if it is worth your time to download it and to use it. And you will notice that the SAT here, there is 4.8 out of 5 stars, and you will see how many ratings there are, and you see the overwhelming majority of them are positive. So this is the app I would choose. Let me stop it. The app is called SAT Practice Prep and Flashcards. It is by Varsity Tutors, and you can get it. It is for free. This is actually a picture I took on my wife's phone, so I could show you a little bit better. You can take practice tests, which I think are fabulous since you're on your phone already. Practice tests on your phone. You get the results, so you're not just going, hey, I got this wrong with it. But what did you get wrong, and what is the actual correct answer? I'm sorry about the light up there. The question of the day. The question of the day actually comes right to your phone, and I think that's really good because you're like, oh, I don't feel like sitting and talking. All you got to do is your question of the day will pop up automatically on your phone, and you can learn by different concepts. And one of the things I like, 100 years ago, we used to learn before internet by flashcards. So they have these electronic flashcards by concept. And so you will get the ideas better on what needs to be done for the SAT. And we'll talk about finding tutors in a little bit. It also gives you free tips and videos. So I think that's really cool because sometimes it's not so much what you know, but how to actually take the test. So that is there for you. Again, we're going to go back to the College Board. This is the third way, in my opinion, on how to prepare. In case you are kind of like me and you need to sit on a desk or at a table and you need a laptop or a personal computer or something, or a tablet, you need something a little, I know my wife's big on tablets, a little bigger than your phone, then I would suggest going right to the source of information. The source of information, again, is collegeboard.org. collegeboard.org/SAT. In their drop-down menu, you will see right here, SAT drop-down menu, there's the word practice. Once you click on practice, right, because it was right down here, free keyword free SAT practice, start practicing. And the way you're going to start practicing is College Board, at least in the last, I have to say, 3-4 years at least. College Board is teamed up with Khan Academy, and this is the official SAT practice way. And again, it's sponsored by the College Board, the people that make the SAT, the Khan Academy. Before I click Let's Go, it's personalized for you. So they're going to create something. Let me pull this up just a little bit so it gets a little bit better. Personalized for you, depending on you may be strong in math, weak in reading, and it will tailor that practice plan for you. It is official. They're going to give you 8 full-length real tests. So I think instead of saying, well, what could be on the test? These are real actual tests from the past that will help you practice, because of that silly expression, but it's a good expression. Practice makes perfect. Interactive. You have practice questions, thousands of them, videos, lessons, hints, and instant feedback. I know in this world of instant gratification, you have constant feedback coming right to you from the Khan Academy. Once you click on the Khan Academy, you can world-class education anywhere, and the keyword it is for free. And you put in whether you're a learner, you're a teacher, or a parent, whether you're actually joining a class. If you already have an account, you can log in and you can get started by putting your month, your day, year, when you were born, and you can start rocking and rolling for free by the Khan Academy. Excuse me. Now, everything we've done so far is indeed free. One, you're not preparing at all, just being aware of the questions and what's on the test and how to find your test site and to actually register for the SAT. Sorry about that. And so those are the things that you will need to take the test. That's preparing by not preparing, number one. Number two, preparing on your phone by the app that I showed you, the SAT by Varsity Tutors. Since you use your phone, download it. It's free. You can download the app and practice on your phone, as I showed you. Number two. Number three, if you're using a tablet, a personal computer, a laptop, definitely use the Khan Academy. It's there. It's available to you. It's absolutely free. It's tailored to you and it's sponsored by the College Board. Absolutely free. But let's say you're like, that's not all going to work that well. I want to pay some money. I want to make sure I do well. So the paid way of practicing is, again, using Google as your best friend. SAT tutors near me. It will find out where you are. Don't worry about that. And here, best prep tutors in Miami, Florida, because I already knew where I was. Now already here, this is just an example. Miami, Florida. There's 54 SAT prep tutors near me. Put in my zip code, go, and it will find personal tutors like this young lady helping this young man in this particular picture on tutors.com on how to find a personal tutor that you will pay to help you with the SAT. That is a one-on-one situation. Or you could Google SAT tutor organizations, so sort of like a mini school of sorts that will teach you. And again, if I scroll down, you will see here 10 best in-person SAT programs. These are little schools. Number one, Kaplan, Princeton Review, Ivy Bound, College Prep Genius. Again, they give you more, but I just wanted to harp on this one for 1 second, even though it's number two. I personally, if I'm going to spend the money and I'm going to spend it not necessarily on a tutor, I will use the Princeton Review. The reason is that because they use, well, let me flip my camera around because this is the last of it. The Princeton Review, what they do is they have, first of all, you have to be a certified teacher in the state that you're in. You have to be. And then once they do that, they take that teacher and take them aside for an entire month. And they teach them how to teach the SAT to students. So in my humble opinion, if you're going to spend the money, and if that's what you want to do, I would go with Princeton Review. You cannot go wrong with a certified teacher who has been trained how to teach the SAT. So there you go. Those are our four ways. Easy as 1, 2, 3, 4. Not preparing. Prepare by using your phone app. Prepare by using the Khan Academy, number 3. And number 4, using SAT tutors or using SAT organizations like the Princeton Review. I hope you enjoyed this SAT preparation easy as 1, 2, 3, and 4. Have a great day.